Hey, ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? It's Igal. That's my name, Igal, and I'm back again with another video. Do me a favor, on today's show, we're going to be talking about a lot of things, and I'm going to get that out right now. But before we get any further, do me a favor, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, and let's get this show on the road. This is my channel, Igal, EGTV, and if you want to check out my Twitter, it's called The Kitty G. So let's get this show on the road. You already know what it is. And on today's show, we're going to be talking about Tammy Abraham, possible inquiry from Arsenal. Granit Xhaka, it looks like he'll be moving on from Roma. And you know what? Good riddance. Then you got my guy here, NKETIAH, could be moving to Germany. Guendouzi looks like he'll be signing a new contract. We got a new dog shagger. I'm joking. We got a new guy, left back, coming into the team. We got RENATO SANCHES, possible links to Arsenal also by 90 min. New updates from Ben White. We'll see what's going on with that. Is Arsenal back in for AOUAR, or could we see a rival get him? You know what? Former Arsenal legendary goalkeeper David Seaman wants this guy. Also, another English goalkeeper that we're looking at, Lokonga, could be signing for the club sooner than later. You never know. And James Matters might cost us £80 million. Yes, people. How you guys doing? I'm back again with another video. It's Igal on EGTV. And today what we're going to be talking about, a bunch of things. And I need to get a lot of things off my chest, but we're going to do it in chronicle order. Now, if you're new to the channel, go to the descriptions, because in the descriptions, I have a detailed description of everything that I'll be discussing today. And yo, people, you already know what it is. Smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and do that whole thing for me, because we're going to be talking about everything Arsenal, everything transfer news in general with Arsenal, and also a little bit about other clubs. We'll get it, dabble in there, talk about the Euros, we talk about some boxing sometimes, everything. But yo, how you guys doing? This Spain-Croatia game is absolutely nuts. 3-3 going into extra time. I don't even know if somebody scored yet. Let me just get it playing in the background so we can do basically a little Croatia Spain watch along with this whole, oh man, oh my days, this game is nuts. Anyways, so yeah, for people who want to join in, the link is in the chat. If you want to jump on, the link is in the chat. But first story of the day, we got to talk about my guy Smith-Rowe. Smith-Rowe is the first guy we're going to be talking about today. And the reason why we're going to be talking about Smith-Rowe as the first person to talk about today is because who do Villa think they are? Like, Villa keep coming in trying to throw bids at Smith-Rowe. Like, he's not going nowhere. Get it out of your mind. Smith-Rowe ain't going nowhere. Smith-Rowe is signing a new contract. New contract's pending. Last time I heard, all the reports was that Smith-Rowe is near or close to guaranteed signing a new contract with the club. And if he's going to be signing a new contract with the club, it does not make any sense why the club would let him go at this point. It doesn't make any sense why the club would let him leave. It doesn't make any sense why Aston Villa are even bidding money. It does not make sense. None of these things make sense. In my opinion, it's absolute nonsense. It makes no sense. The club already is in agreement with him in a new deal. Aston Villa think £30 million is going to be enough to get. What? Are they dumb? Like, do they generally believe £30 million is going to get them Smith-Rowe? Like, it's very silly. Just increasing your bid by $5 million is going to make us now say, oh my God, we need that £5 million so much that we're willing to get rid of this star boy. Are you dumb? Are you dumb? I feel bad for Aston Villa fans. I genuinely feel bad for Aston Villa fans. Yeah, I'll definitely get Saliba seasons on whenever he's free. But yo, Aslan, what you saying?
Good, bro. How you doing?
I'm chilling, man. I was just talking about the first story and how today Aston Villa increased their bid from 25 million to 50 million for not 50 million, from 25 million to 30 million, £5 million. It's the most bizarre thing that Aston Villa genuinely believed that they could get Emile Smith-Rowe for the mere price of £30 million. Just by increasing it from 25 to 30, they think it's going to entice us to sell him. Like this story is starting to get old. It's generally starting to get old. Don't you feel like that?
Bro, for me, these Villa man, they're smoking the loudest, they're drinking the sweetest juice, they're acting the bravest when they know, like, bro, they're unnecessarily flexing. You know, like this is like someone like who's just got their new gym membership, right? They're skin and bone, but then they're next to someone who's wedge, and they're trying to act like, you know, they're on par or on the same level as us. Like, who do they think they are, bro?
No,
Like,
this right here is where this all started. You got the Athletic and David Onstein tweeting out today that Aston Villa have made a second bid for Smith-Rowe of 25 million pounds. Originally was rejected. Their new proposal is 30 million pounds, rebuffing it and just adding 5 million pounds. Now, in my opinion, that's bizarre. It makes no sense. Why would the club reject 25 million and then accept 30? They're just taking the piss at this point. I don't believe a word they're saying. It's just nonsensical. What do you think?
no, I agree. Look, whether David Ornstein has tweeted this out, and you know, like some people say, he is a reliable mouthpiece to the club, but like, I don't believe this news, whether it's broken out from Ornstein or any other reputable, any other news outlet. Like, I just don't believe it. Like, I just feel Smith-Rowe is an Arsenal boy through and through, and on the back of, you know, that second half of that season, the performances that he's had, I don't see him moving. Like, you know, if we've tied down the likes of Martinelli, Saka, who else? Most recently, Tierney. Like, it doesn't make sense. Smith-Rowe moving on. So I don't believe a word of it. Like, look, it may be true that Aston Villa have made a bid. It may be true that they have improved their offer, but it doesn't mean that Arsenal are going to be entertaining it. So I just feel that it's just a bunch of BS.
Morata scored.
Who scored?
Morata.
Oh my god.
No way.
Oh, bro, I'm so behind. I haven't seen it yet.
Oh my god. This is crazy. Anyways,
so lightning does strike then.
Lightning does strike, I guess. But yeah, let's keep it moving. Before we go any further, big up to the people in the chat. My guy Matt saying, get Saliba seasons on the panel. Yo, I'll try to get him on if I can.
We can't afford him, man. We don't have the facilities for that.
Saliba's worth 30 million. Renato Sanchez.
I just seen that. Oh, sorry. I just seen it now.
Someone said Morata. Yeah, Morata scored, man. Morata scored.
No, it was a good finish. It was a good finish by him, man.
Samuel, will you see? Samuel, what are you coming on here?
Samuel just got out of the mud by Morata. I don't know how he feels.
Samuel, you should be getting ready for the football terrace.
What you now? What you saying, bro? Let's see that. See now, cry. Sahal, I know you said, come on, Croatia. Sahal.
Bro, it was a joke. Bro, it was a joke.
Pay this out, bro.
It was a joke. Wow, what a good
bro, Samuel, I said it as well, bro. Come on, man. Like, we were only trolling, bro.
Always me in it. Always me.
Oh my god. Okay, moving on to the next story. If you guys haven't heard, Kieran Tierney has already signed his contract. That was story number 2. Jose Mourinho has said, you know what, he would love to be able to attract Bukayo Saka to Roma. Jose Mourinho said he would love to have Bukayo Saka at Roma. He would never have Bukayo Saka is never leaving for Rome, but still, it's impossible. It just shows you how big of a star this kid is. How much everyone's looking at him, how everyone's seeing Bukayo Saka, and they're like, yo, I want that guy. I want Bukayo Saka. I want to somehow prize him away from Arsenal. Everyone is trying to look at how they can take this guy away from us. We are so lucky that we signed him down to that big contract a year ago, or else we would be in a big situation right now. We'd be in a tough situation right now because we're not that good of a state. We're lucky these youngsters are sticking around, because Bukayo Saka is the future.
Look, with the whole Saka thing, like it's all well and good to be acknowledged by elite managers. Look, put your thoughts to the side on Mourinho. You know, to get complimented by the likes of someone with with
Spain
Mourinho
scored again.
No way.
Oh my God, 5. Oh my God. Guys, this game is so nuts. I don't know what I'm doing streaming right now.
Has this basically been this is definitely the game of the tournament so far then?
The game of the tournament, bro, the game of the decade. I can't believe he's what a goal. The substitute comes in and scores. Wow.
Yeah, what were you guys? We were talking about Saka, yeah, Saka and Jose.
Yeah, so Jose Mourinho has said he's keen to bring Bukayo Saka to Rome. It just goes to show you how many people actually appreciate this guy, right? How good he is of a baller. Like, he's amazing. Abdullah, what are you saying, Abdullah?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. Just came to saying that Spain made it 5 now. Been a really good game so far. If Morata could actually finish, they'd probably
Since you're here, let's talk about this. You're a Chelsea fan. Apparently, Arsenal have inquired into Tammy Abraham. Apparently, Arsenal have inquired into Tammy Abraham. Arsenal have started talks with Tammy Abraham in the sense to see what his availability is and how legitimate is this CFC news page that reported this.
As much as I'd love it to be true, I don't think it is, because I really think that Tammy Abraham isn't all that. Personally, if we could find a compatibility, I'd sell him in a heartbeat. I don't really care that much. Because anyway, we're going to get Haaland in the summer. So if we get Haaland, how can we have Abraham, Haaland, Vernon, Giroud? So we have to bin one, and Abraham's the one who's most likely to go. He's been a good servant. He clearly cares about the club, but I'm sorry, it hasn't worked out. Is he getting left out of 2 of the biggest games of the season in the FA Cup and Champions League?
Bro, he was completely left out for the Champions League. Completely. This guy, I mean, Tammy, I like him. He's an Arsenal fan. I like Tammy, but let's be honest, my man ain't that good. I mean, he's basically NKETIAH, basically. He's great. He's a great championship striker, but in the Premier League, he's not levels. We need players at levels, and Chelsea are gonna ask for a lot of money for him from Arsenal. So there's no point buying this guy. I mean, we got better in the club. We got Lacazette, we got Aubameyang, we got Balogun, and we got NKETIAH. I think NKETIAH will be sold, so those 3 will be good enough. We got enough strikers at the club for a season. So, like, move on. Let's go. This guy's just not good enough. Simple as.
Yeah, I agree. Like, he's definitely not of Arsenal quality. Look, I think you're being a little bit harsh on Abraham there, Sal. Like, saying he's not Premier League quality. Like, I feel he can have a career in the Premier League, but like not definitely not at Arsenal. But someone like like Aston Villa, Everton, Southampton, Brighton, like these type of clubs, he can definitely have a good career at, but obviously not for a top 6. So yeah, I mean, look, I've expressed on multiple streams and spaces, I don't want us to go anywhere near Chelsea and bring in any other Chelsea players going into the future. If they're surplus to requirements at their club, we should not be going in for these players. We should only be attracting the best players of whatever team in the Premier League, not players that these clubs want to get rid of. So that's my thoughts.
My take on it is, straight up, Tammy Abraham we are not going to be trying to buy Tammy Abraham when we have other options. We have the option of going for Dominic Calvert-Lewin at 80 mil. We have the option of going for even ISAK at 60, and then we have the guy Andre Silva at the price of 35. I don't know how much they want for Tammy Abraham, but I don't want to entertain it. I get that the club are doing their due diligence and they're just looking into him. I think personally, it wasn't even the club that started this rumor. I think it's the agent. I think this is agent talk. This screams 100%. Agent talk. And
You
this
got a
is
question, like to
definitely
everyone.
just the Asian talk.
Question to both of you.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't think Arsenal, personally, my personal opinion, I don't think Arsenal need a striker this summer. This summer, I don't think it's a good idea for us to buy a striker because we've got other players there already in Oba Alaka. I don't think it's a very good idea to invest a lot of money because we're investing a lot of money into Ben White and all of these guys. I don't think it's a very good idea to invest a lot of money in the forward areas. I know we've not been scoring that many goals, and it would be nice if Oba and Laka scored more goals. But unfortunately, I think we're going to be stuck in a rock and a hard place where we either improve our midfield very well or we improve a little bit of both. And I want us to improve our midfield first, and then next summer we worry about forward players.
I agree.
I agree. I feel like we're not gonna focus on forwards this summer. But yo, Abdullah, thanks for coming on, bro. Appreciate it. Have a good one, bro.
Yeah, big up, guys. In a bit.
Big up, Abdullah, bro. Respect,
Yeah,
brother.
that's the Chelsea correspondent right there. He had to come in just for that. But yo, moving on to the next topic, guys. Moving on to the next topic. You guys do realize that we got a heavy docket on the table today. Over 20 stories. So we've already covered. We're on story number 4 now. No, we're on story number 4. What do we think about Torreira being linked to going back on loan instead of being sold?
I mean, yeah, like I got feeling that we might do loan deals for our players. That probably we might do loan deals. Like, don't be surprised. I mean, Arsenal are not very good selling club in the first place. I mean, one sec. Sorry.
Yeah, I hear that. Yo, I personally think Azan, this is a non-story. Torreira for me is a great baller, says Abdullah. But you know what? How many of you guys actually rate Torreira? Let me know. People in the chat, do you guys rate Torreira? Because I don't see a lot of people who say they rate Torreira.
Bro, sorry, who is the team that are potentially in talks
Lazio, right?
sign on loan?
Lazio.
Right. Well, look, I mean, I'll be honest with you. Look, when Torreira first came in, I did, he did impress me, but unfortunately, you know, he hasn't acclimatized to the Premier League, to the British culture, and just the overall lifestyle here in England. You know, we heard, you know, as soon as he came over, he was homesick, and like even though Italy is not his home nation, but Italy does kind of feel like a home away from home, if that makes sense, you know. But I just feel, look, we need to cut our losses and pretty much get the money that we paid for him originally to bring him to Arsenal and forget this whole loan talk. But I just feel that, you know, there's still plenty of time for us to be in talks with other teams and potentially actually selling him. So, yeah, like the whole loan links, I'm not going to read too much into it. I still think it's early days. And yeah, hopefully we can sell him rather than loaning him. So
Matthew says Torreira doesn't settle into teams, so suitors aren't convinced. Thus looking at a loan before to buy makes sense. Torreira started derailing the moment Emery started playing him in more of an attacking position. But too much Arsenal is not good for your health.
Yeah, it's not.
All right, moving on from Torreira.
I was gonna say, basically, I don't think it's because I think it's a more of an Arsenal issue. I think if it's any other club, they will be able to sell Lucas Torreira. If it was Chelsea, if it was United, not United, but if it was a well-run team, we could sell our deadwood players. Because we are Arsenal, we have a very hard time selling our players that are surplus to requirements, and we've never been good at selling players. Never. It's not like this came out of yesterday. We've never been good at selling our players. I believe we only made a profit on like 3 or 4 players in the last how many years? Oxlade-Chamberlain, it was a list. I forgot the list, yeah, but we made only.
Yeah, it was a small amount.
Yeah.
It was a
Yeah.
No,
small
you're
amount.
right,
that
but
shows you- that
those
shows you
players
exactly
there,
the problem.
Sal, were like our players, you know, that we bedded or break through our academy. Do you know what I mean? Like, I agree. Like, we didn't make a single penny on players that we bought, and then the whole talk of, you know, potential sell-on value. We
It's
didn't
BS,
sell
yeah.
any of these players for
No,
profits.
none. We didn't sell none of them, and that's
No,
the big
but you
issue.
know why though, right?
What do you
Because
mean?
by the time it's time to sell them, they become so integral to our team that we always let them outlast that moment, where we have too much sentiment, where people say, you know what, we are Sentiment FC. The reason why we're Sentiment FC, when we have an opportunity to sell Sanchez for 60 million in a summer, a year before, a year left in his contract, we should have just sold him. But instead, like
100%.
idiots, we didn't sell him on the deadline because
But
we couldn't replace
But-
him.
No,
But
it
so
got-
how,
yeah, exactly.
sorry, that's the issue right there, though, bro. Like, why are we allowing our best players to run down the contracts
contracts,
and
yeah.
then give them all the power in their hands? Why are we allowing that? So, like, with
Because
the whole
we're irresponsible.
like recent where we extended KT's contract, like, look, I understand everyone's frustrations, and I also share those frustrations, but like the baby steps that we're seeing are encouraging, because, you know, like with the likes of KT, look, we've had him for 2 years. He has 3 years remaining, and we've extended it to 5 years again. So little things like that I'm seeing from the club, and, you know, extending or giving professional contracts to the likes of Martinelli, Smith-Rowe, Kieran Tierney. Like, these are encouraging signs, but again, they're not like signs where obviously where this ownership or this board are pulling wool over my eyes, or they're trying to hoodwink me. I'm definitely not falling for it, but I'm seeing encouraging signs moving forward.
I agree. There's definitely signs of things slightly.
Yeah,
changing.
Egal. Just one thing, yeah. Quickly. I promise, yeah. AK,
Yeah.
just a rebuttal, yeah. AK, we are literally celebrating the basics. We are celebrating renewal of contracts, the most basic thing that every single club does. We have been absolutely hooked-winked. We've been put astray. Stephen A. Smith style. We literally have been led astray. Honestly, our standards have dropped so lowly. We are celebrating contract renewals at our club.
No,
I mean, welcome to
Sahel,
Arsenal.
brother, look, let me clarify. I totally hear where you're coming from, bro. But I'll be honest, bro. I'm not celebrating. Like, I'm not celebrating KT. Like, bro, I'm not throwing a New Year's Eve party or a birthday party type celebration, bro. Like, all I'm saying is that I'm seeing encouraging signs from the people that are in charge, like with like the likes of Richard Garlick or Tim Lewis coming in. They're obviously being paid to do a job, and I'm seeing that they're doing it. You understand? Like the likes of Edu, however, you know, in terms of identifying certain profile of players, I'm not encouraged by. So, like, you know, like, let me make this clear.
Okay. So now let's before we move on for the rest of the video, we're gonna be talking about a couple of our players, right? So since we're gonna be doing that, I might as well bring back the tiering system, because when we have the tiering system and the ranks, it makes it a lot easier to discuss this. All right, so I'm gonna just bring that back for this video, and we're gonna be talking about players to keep. We're gonna talk about youth players. We're gonna talk about average players that we have in the squad that could improve, and then we're gonna talk about players that we can sell for the right price and players we need to sell right now. So we're just gonna do this quickly, and we're gonna quick fire. Guna Express, I know you're quick, straight to the point. We're gonna do this quickly, guys. So let's get this together. So I'm gonna mention a player, and I'm gonna tell you what's going on with them, and you tell me if we sell, buy, or keep for that player. I'm only gonna have 3 categories, but then you have youth category, which is irrelevant, which is our youth category. So you just keep that at the bottom. Okay, so it's keep, right? Average, sell for the right price, sell now, and then youth players. So first things first, El Neni, sell, keep, or could he improve?
My opinion, I would, if I could, I would sell him, but realistically, we're not gonna get a lot of money for Anelny, so I would keep him just for squad depth. So squad
So
depth, I
he's
would keep him.
average.
Yeah, average.
Guendouzi is
Really
about to
will
sign a new
sell him.
contract. Guendouzi is about to sign a new contract, but it looks like we might actually, if he cannot find the right price, we might actually keep him. So it's sell for the right price for Guendouzi. We're not trying to sell
I would personally keep Guendouzi and sell El Neni.
Yeah, if we could,
Okay.
but I don't think that's gonna like.
No,
honestly,
but
I like Guendouzi a lot.
sorry,
I like
Igal. Like, are we going on our opinions or are we sharing what we feel the club are going to do?
sharing what we feel the club are going to do, because realistically,
Okay.
if we give our opinions on this, we've already done this numerous times. At this point, we're trying to keep it as close as possible to actual facts of what's going to happen. What's going to happen is we want to sell Leno, but we won't sell him
with
for the right price.
With Leno, I got a sneaky suspicion that I think it's more about his contract, nothing to do with actually him. I think we might sell him at the right price, but unfortunately, right now we don't have a backup goalkeeper. So I got a funny feeling Leno will stay, and we might give him a new contract because we literally have no backups at the moment. That's good enough for Arsenal.
Okay. So Torreira is being sold at any means necessary. He's gone. Mavropanos is already gone, so he's already gone. There's guys like Martinelli's not going nowhere. Reece Nelson. Okay, Eddie Nketiah actually has people who want to buy him from Germany. There's links to Eddie Nketiah being sold to a team in Germany. And also, West Ham are also in for Eddie Nketiah. So when Eddie Nketiah now has 3 clubs in for him, Bayer Leverkusen are apparently one of them. You got West Ham are in for him, and you have another German club. So there's 3 clubs in for Eddie Nketiah. It's quite interesting, to say the least. But yo, Sahal, I gotta take you out. Your audio is terrible, mate. Peace out, bro. Anyways, all right. So Guna Express, the next person is yours. Hector Bellerin obviously is a sell now, so there's not even a point of asking, right? Kieran Tierney, we're keeping. Rob Holding, is Rob Holding a sell or the sell for the right price? Or are you just trying to get rid of him?
Sell. Get rid of him.
So it's not for the right price. You just want to get rid of him for any price?
I'm not bothered, bro. Get rid of him. He's shit. You're not going to get much money for him anyway. He's crap. Get rid of him.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Genuine question. Do you feel like you get rid of him for 5 million?
Bro, I get rid of him for 1 million. I don't care. The guy's rubbish. He's so bad. One of the worst centre-backs you've ever had. No, bro,
are you
being
joking?
serious, bro. No, I'm not joking. The guy's rubbish. He's one of the worst centre-backs I've ever seen in the last, 5-10 years, alongside Mustafi.
Okay,
He's so poor. So poor.
Aslan, you might think he's not that good either, but at the same time, you're not accepting less than a certain adequate fee, are you?
For Rob Holding?
Yeah.
Bro, look, I'll be real with you. I don't see Rob Holding's value anywhere north of 10 mil. If we can get more than 10 mil, I'm biting your hand off, right? So he's been with us for a numerous amount of years. In my eyes, he hasn't progressed. He hasn't stepped up his game. With the recent contract extension that we offered him, people are saying that was to hold on to his value or potentially rise his value, but his on-pitch performances haven't backed it up. So this summer, we need to get rid of him. That's how I feel. So definitely sell.
Okay, but are you going to get rid of him for the small price of like 5 mil?
Bro, isn't that how much we brought him in for like 4 or 5 years ago?
Yeah.
Look, I don't feel we'll get rid of him for 5 mil. I think if an offer of 10 million comes in, it should get our attention and we should entertain it. But yeah, like anything less than 10 mil, I agree. I wouldn't sell for anything less than 10 mil. Not when he's got now a 3-year contract remaining on his new contract. So yeah, nothing
What
less.
What are we doing with Cedric?
Me personally, I would keep Cedric and sell Chambers and Bellerin.
I put Chambers in keep because I don't see the club selling him.
Bro, I would have sold Chambers 2 years ago. The guy is injury prone. In the 5 years, I think 5-6 years he's been here, he's been on loan twice. Why is it when we send Joe Willock out on loan, he's had a very successful campaign at Newcastle, we're willing to get rid of him just because our 30 million, 35 million has been like he's been valued at that sum. Why is it the likes of Saliba, we're accepting him to go out on loan, but we've sent him out on loan. He hasn't really produced or pulled up any trees at the clubs that he was on loan to. And his time at Arsenal, he hasn't been very convincing. And people are saying, oh, but he had a strong finish to last season. Well, so did Nicolas Pepe, but people are saying they want to get rid of him. So like this whole argument, it just doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't make sense to me. For me, we haven't got our money's worth for Callum Chambers. Get rid of him. We've got a lot of okay to average to okay players within this squad. These players are not going to improve. They don't have a ceiling going forward. So get rid of them. They're dead wood. They're surplus to requirements. Get rid and bring in better quality.
Okay. Last but not least, at the top of the list, you got Aubameyang. Sell, keep.
Keep, bro.
Okay.
Aubameyang, keep.
Nah, sell.
Okay. Aslan?
Me personally, I accept that we have to sell either Oba or Laka, right? If it was down to me, I would sell Oba, keep Laka. But then again, look, I would leave it to the club to make a sound business decision going forward. So whoever we get a better price for, I'm open. I am open for the club to sell either or.
Okay. Now enough. So this is. Oh, why does it keep happening? This is my final thing. I'm gonna put right now. This is what I think the club's gonna do. Realistically, I don't think they're gonna sell Chambers. I don't think they're gonna sell Cedric or El Neni or Pablo Mari and those guys up there. This is not the most up-to-date team, of course. I couldn't find the most up-to-date team, but this is what I found. So now we're gonna move on to the second half of the video where we're gonna talk about the heavy transfer stuff. So now, guys, there is a bunch of players that we're linked to, but first things first, I'm gonna start one place and one place only, right? We have to start with players coming in and some crazy stuff going on. So out of nowhere, it looks like we now have a backup left back. What do you guys think? It looks like we have Nuno, aka I don't even want to say it, but you know what it is.
Tavares. Is it Tavares? Something like that.
Tavares.
Bro,
So
Portuguese
Tavares
people.
let me just say what I gotta say.
Yeah,
so
continue.
Tavares is close to an 8 million euros move, as reported by Ablat. They've said that he's valued about 15 million euros, but we're getting him for 8 million euros. It looks like Benfica are willing to let go of the youngster. He would come in as a backup left back for competition for Kieran Tierney. He's been heavily linked to Arsenal today and close to the deal being done. Major sources coming out, Fabrizio Romano even suggesting that the deal is done. So with that being said, guys, what do you guys think of this signing?
Bro, for me, yeah, this guy, the Portuguese, there is some people who watch in the Portuguese league, you know, they say that his defending is not good. So for me, I would like veteran, right? The one who plays for Southampton. I would prefer that one. Yeah, that guy.
So you think this is a bad deal?
Yeah, for me, yes. I don't like. Yeah.
But do you? Okay. What about you? What about you, Azan?
Bro, look, I'll be honest with you. I don't know who this player is. Up until we were linked with him, I've never heard of him. I don't know what this guy's footballing abilities are like. But look, I've mentioned on many streams before and on many spaces, bro. Before we even identify any player with any type of ability or skill set, before that, we should be more concerned about the player's mentality, character, and attitude. And after what I saw of him, that's been going around on the socials, of what type of behavior that this guy is on, he is not that type of player. He does not tick
Based
any of
on
those
what?
boxes.
Based on kissing his dog.
Bro, look, that type of behavior, I don't own a dog, right? But I like dogs as pets, right? But I'm telling you this straight now. I will never allow a dog to forget licking me, not even, but nowhere near the stuff, the behavior that he was filming himself doing. Look, he's a young lad, yes. But if he comes into our squad, he would corrupt the minds of the talent of youth that we have within our squad right now. This guy does not fit the profile in where I say we need the correct attitude, character, mentality. He does not tick any of those boxes. His type of behavior is foolishness. I do not welcome this signing whatsoever. This guy's he's like he stinks, bro. He stinks. And I don't mean that in the literal sense, but he's not the type or profile of player that we should be identifying. There's many other players. Yes, look, Edu knows the Portuguese market, the Brazilian market. If he can identify a player from either of these countries, then for sure there's other players that can come in as left back cover. Not this
Okay,
guy.
let me give you his scouting report. His scouting report is that he's really good at crossing, right? He can pick out passes quite well. He's good at being a last ditch challenge guy with his recovery pace. But one thing he's terrible at is holding on to the ball under pressure, and his concentration is terrible.
Bro, look, I understand you're giving me his footballing ability or his key strengths, but again, bro, I'm not hearing. After what my eyes witnessed, I am not entertaining this person's links. I don't want this type of behavior anywhere near my club. We spoke about the attitude, the mindset, and the character of our senior players. If this guy is up to this type of foolishness, this type of behavior at such a young age, I don't want him coming anywhere near my club, bro. I'll be straight and honest with you. And if Edu does sign him, I will lose my shit. I'm telling you.
Bro, the deal's pretty much done almost. The way they're talking about it is
No, bro. People are saying the Ben White deal is pretty much done. It's not. It's not done, bro. Until these links or these so-called interested players that we want to bring in, until they hold the shirt, I'm not believing nada, bro. Nothing. I'm not believing any of these reports. I want to see these potential links being holding up the Arsenal shirt. Until they do that, I don't believe none of them.
So until something happens, I don't believe it.
Bro, to be honest, for me, I prefer someone maybe who's coming in the championship, someone who have experience, maybe someone who have played in the Premier League, you know, that can come on and can play, can be a backup, backup left back. So for me, not this guy, I don't want him.
Winner Express? Winner Express is not even in the building, is he?
Bro, I'm here, bro.
Why do you sound good?
For 8 million quid, bro, or it'll be less than that, it'll be like 5 million. If you'd be stupid not to take him. He's one of the best left backs in Portugal right now. Yes, you've got Nuno Mendes, whatever the hell you want to call him, at Sporting Lisbon, who's better. But if you want to go buy him, he's going to cost upwards of 70 million. That's what City were quoted at when they went to go buy him. So all the fans crying, saying, why aren't we getting that guy? He's too expensive. No one's going to spend 70 mil on a 19-year-old left back as a backup. It doesn't work like that. But yeah, he's 5 mil. He's a very good player. He's not the best defensively, but he's very good attacking wise. People are forgetting that he's going to be backup. So these kind of things that he's not good at can be taught if Arteta's good enough. Again, that's a different discussion for another day. But if the coaches, if the managers, if the players that are above him, so Kieran Tierney, are good enough to teach him how to be a good defender, that's fine. In terms of the attitude thing, yes, him lip-syncing his dog. By the way, that video is on my channel. If you do want to go see it, it's mad. It is mad. He's a bit of a weirdo for it. I can't lie. It's mad,
bro. It's very suspect, weirdo behavior, bro. This guy wasn't kissing. This guy was French kissing. He was playing, bro. He was playing tonsil tennis with his dog, bro. He was playing tonsil tennis with his dog. It wasn't a peck on the lips. Do you understand?
What the hell? What do you mean by tonsil tennis?
Saliba did something worse, bro. He's filming. Well, we know what happened, right? So
bro,
I'm not looking at it like
bro, to answer your question, I would get rid of Saliba as well. I would because that is suspect behavior. Behavior.
Look, I mean, moving on because I think that's a sad thing to do. I mean, look, a player does something in their personal lives, and I get he's put it on video, whatever else, and it is weird, but I'd rather not buy a quality
also
player.
Alexis used to do Alexis.
Look, if we have, yeah, exactly. Alexis did some mad things with his dog, didn't he? And we all loved him, so we move on from it.
Wait, no. What did Alexis do with his dog, bro?
Bro, we'll talk about that later, innit? We're not going to talk
all
about it.
All right, cool. Well, I mean, that's news to me.
But yeah,
I've never seen anything sus.
Quickly on Tavares.
Regarding
right?
Alexis.
Tavares.
Stop.
We can go and get Patrick Van Aanholt, who's crap, yeah. We can go and get Josh Doig, who I would like, but I don't think we're going to get him. So if you're telling me that it's between Tavares and Van Aanholt, which is what it seems like to me, I'm taking Tavares. I don't care what the kid's done. I don't care that he's lips in his dog. Van Aanholt is a waster. He's just an old man now. He's not good enough. Tavares is young, very good attacking, can be developed defensively. And one thing that I like about it, there's this video going around. We'll set it go. There's a video going around where he's talking to his barber, I think it is. And his barber's basically ripping into Grimaldo, who's the starting left back. Tavares says, I'll start games whether it's at Benfica or not. Their fans hate him for that. And I agree. If Tierney said that, or if someone like, Aziz said that, I'd be fuming as well. But as a rival fan or someone who isn't a Benfica fan, I want that attitude. I want someone who knows that he's good enough to play and he's not playing and he's upset about that. I want someone like that who wants to play games because he knows he's confident in his ability. And I think Tavares is like that.
Him? Or is it because there's some crazy stuff going on around him and politics always at the club?
I think apparently it's more the thing that happened with his barber. Like his barber, I'm not going to fully translate it, but he called Grimaldo a Spanish C word. I'm not going to repeat it. In Portuguese, obviously. And he basically said that Tavares should be playing instead. Tavares replied saying, if it's not a Benfica, it'll be at a different club. His barber instantly switched, bro. His face, he looked like he was going to punch him, bro. He literally looked like he was going to clap Tavares.
No, I thought he was going to kiss him.
Their fans
the way they were too close. They
don't like him, man.
They were too close.
Again, look, I think their fans took it out of context. I think what they were saying was, he's willing to go to Porto or Lisbon or a big rival. I think what Tavares is saying is, if I'm not getting play time and I deserve it, I'm going to leave. And why can't a player express that opinion?
Let me just stop you right there, because
I don't get it personally.
Let me stop you right there. There's a lot of people from Africa watching right now. Big up to the people from Africa watching. I see you guys. Do me a favor. Come join us on YouTube, guys, from the Facebook group. There's over 150 of you guys on Facebook right now. Come join us on YouTube, guys. I'm ending this part of the segment on YouTube. I mean, on Facebook. But yeah, let's continue on YouTube, guys. So I'm going to throw out stories. I'm going to tell you the story, and you tell me what you think, right? So the first one, I want to know, Aaron Ramsdale, 35 million British pounds, right? So this is how much it's going to cost us to get Aaron Ramsdale. Supposedly, Sheffield United have made their stance very clear. They want 35 million pounds for the rated English goalkeeper Aaron Ramsdale. At the same time, the clubs have supposedly spoken about the deal, and they've spoken and had talks. So the original price was around 20 million. Now it's somehow turned to 35 million. The source of this news today if I'm mistaken, was a not so well known reporter who Zed Arsenal put up this tweet about. But I generally feel like there is legs to this Ramsdale thing. So it is said that Edu is a big fan, and you know what? With that being the case, it looks like the club would seriously want to go for that over anything else. And the story came from Simon Johnson from the Mail Sports, the Mail. So there you go. That's where the source is. So I know it sounds crazy, but 35 million pounds for Aaron Ramsdale. What are we saying?
Yo, we don't want this guy, bro. First of all, Ramsdale, as I said before, the 3 goalkeepers that just relegated, he was the worst. Okay, so how can we link like this kind of goalkeeper? For me, I don't rate him, man. I don't rate him. Maybe we should go. There is a lot of keepers which are better than him. So no for me, bro. Thumbs down for me, bro.
What about you, Azan?
Bro, is this really the figure that's being valued for this player?
Yep.
Bro, if we're going to spend this much, obviously, then he's going to be our number 1 then, right?
Most likely, yeah.
Well, I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want this guy. Yes, you know, players that have been relegated from the Premier League into the Championship doesn't necessarily mean they're a bad player, because there's been examples where players have also been in that situation and they've moved on to like a top 6 club and won major honours. But I just feel that this keeper, he doesn't fit the profile. His qualities are not good enough for Arsenal. We should identify better goalkeepers, and there's better deals out there that make sense business-wise. This one doesn't for me. So for those reasons, no for Ramsdale.
Express, do I even have to ask?
Nah, trash, bro. I don't want him. Not good enough. And for the money that we're going to have to pay as well, I'd rather go and get Johnston. I'd rather go and get Areola, who, both were relegated and both were better than him. And I get what some people will say. Ramsdale's good. He just had a crap defence. He didn't, though, did he? He wasn't good enough either. There was moments where
stop you right there.
He should have been better.
I'm going to say this. I feel like to say he's crap, he's garbage, this is that, we're judging him based off a team that was Sheffield United, who were one of the worst teams historically in the Premier League's history. So we don't know his levels as a goalkeeper and as a shot stopper single-handedly.
But you look at Bournemouth as well.
Faces so many shots. It's tough to gauge that. But yo, people on Facebook, if you want to join us on YouTube, the link is right there. It's underneath the video. It's on the description of the video. So just join us on YouTube from there. But yo, people, let's talk about this. I genuinely feel like Aaron Ramsdale could probably happen. If it happened and it was done and dusted, and him and Onana, we went with if we went Aaron Ramsdale over Onana. Is that it for you guys with Edu? Or some of you guys are already out on him? But Ozzy, what do you think about this?
I don't want him. 35 million, that's not even English tax. That's some next tax, bro. Like, seriously, this guy, 35 million, you know, like, the amount of goalkeepers out there that you can get for this price. I was thinking this guy maybe, like, when we were linked with him, I'm thinking 10 million, maybe 15 million, and that's even more than I would want to pay for this guy. But 35 million, bruv, you gotta be doing spinning donuts on your head to pay that price for this guy. Yeah, I don't want him. He should be nowhere near the club. Like, that's it. That's what I gotta say.
This comment right here hit the nail on the head.
Exactly. We
sold Martinez for 20 million, and they want 35 million for Ramsdale. Are they smoking crack?
Bro, do you know what it is? Well, you know, we see with Sheffield United. You know where they bought that youth from Liverpool? Yeah, they obviously got scammed, innit? So now they're trying to recoup that money, and now they're trying to scam us. Get out of here, man.
No, but this is what I'm saying. These lot are. This is what I'm trying to say, right? These lot are a championship team. If they were to demand £35 million for a player like Ramsdale, who's not even worth 10 million. Let's be honest, the guy's awful. And the reason why I say it is, like Laurie said, look at Bournemouth. He was shocking there too. He was awful. And the thing with this Sheffield United team, nobody expected them to finish where they did. They finished what, top 15? I think it was top 10, maybe even the season before that. So just to completely discredit him as a goalkeeper and just blame it on their team is quite sad, because he ain't good enough. He's not what Dean Henderson was. He's not the levels that Dean Henderson was for Sheffield United. He wasn't even half the levels that he was. Statistically, he's the worst goalkeeper. On the eye test, he was the worst goalkeeper as well. And again, there's still people out there trying to protect this signing by trying to muster up reasons as to why he's good. At the end of the day, I know I call a lot of players shit, but Ramsdale's one player who is shit. Look at him in England training.
I'm not going to lie to you guys.
He's shocking.
I love to continue to speak about other players, but we need to move it on. So we're gonna go quick fire, okay? Quick fire. Like when I say quick fire, I literally mean we need to finish the rest of the topics within the next 10 minutes. So let's go quick fire round, right? We got a lot of things to talk about. We got to talk about James Maddison. We got to talk about Onana a little bit, maybe. We got to talk about Renato Sanchez. There's so many guys that we have to talk about that we have not spoken about yet. But let's get this show on the road. Let's get this properly done. So first things first, I'm going to show you this. Oh, Gunnar Express cut. My bad. I don't know what happened to him. I think he went on Football Terrace. So Lokonga deal looks like it's almost done, ladies and gentlemen. Lokonga deal looks like he's most likely imminent to sign. He's one of the next people to have his personal terms agreed with. If and when his personal terms are agreed, it looks like we will be getting him for the mere price of £17 million from Anderlecht. That looks like a good deal, in my opinion. He's one for the future in the midfield. And you know what? With a lot of people in the game saying, you know what, this guy's a good player and he has a bright future, I'm quite happy that the club could get this deal done for the mere price of 17 million. That's a steal, in my opinion. Even though I haven't watched the guy play too much, from the way he's being touted, 17 million pounds for a player who's being so highly rated doesn't seem like that much. It doesn't seem like that big of a gamble when we know our midfield is going to be weak regardless next season.
I hope that he becomes like the way. Do you know Yuri Tillemans, the one who plays for Leicester City?
Yeah.
When he signs for Leicester, you know, the people, you know, usually they say that, oh, he's young, he cannot prove it in the Premier League. Look at Yuri Tillemans, straight. Yeah, when he comes and then he shines immediately. So I hope that when Lokonga comes, he do the same, you know. Hopefully, yeah.
This could be a steal. Do you guys think I'm crazy? Ozzy?
Yeah, no, bro. Yeah, well, could be. You know what? I've since we've been linked with this guy, I've seen clips of him here and there. I'm a fan of his attitude. I like his hunger. You know, he's like a young lion. He's got that ferociousness that Arsenal lack. I think he's definitely a player we need. Regardless if he's going to be like a squad player to begin with and then maybe more of a first team player. Yeah, I'm definitely all for it. For that price as well in this market as well. Yeah, we would 100% I would take him.
Okay. Now, Aslan, I'm going to go to you next on the next one. And Mehdeen, I'm going to go to you guys next on the next topic. The next topic right now is Renato Sanchez. No, we've already spoken about Renato Sanchez. Next topic is Manchester United want Camavinga. Manchester United are about to hijack Arsenal's bid to get Camavinga. And the way they're going to do it is they're going to come in, sweep in between us and just try to scoop him up for about £60 million. What do you think?
Bro, sorry, look, I don't want to come across like I'm correcting you or anything, but I saw Romano tweet out yesterday that apparently like there are no discussions or no talks between Arsenal and Camavinga and his camp. Okay. So like this whole like notion where Man United are in to hijack the deal, I don't get that.
Okay, let me explain where I'm coming from. So I get that Fabrizio Romano message. I get Fabrizio Romano's tweet and what he was talking about, but in my opinion, I'm going directly from the point of we've had numerous links to him. We've also been monitoring the situation. Today is the day where he has to trigger his new contract. If he does not trigger it today, this is when the ball is going to start rolling and they're going to start moving on trying to get a deal done for him. This is when his club is going to start working on trying to get deals done for him. So I feel like, one, we've been linked to him consistently throughout the whole window. Two, I feel like this was the guy that we had in our back pocket that we were trying to go for if he became attainable. And three, now that he is attainable for more clubs, it makes sense that Manchester United are coming in and Arsenal are pushing themselves away from any close links to this deal. Because what do you do immediately when you realize you're out of the race for a player? You put stuff out there to say, you know what, I never had nothing to do with this.
I hear you. I hear you. But I mean, like,
but
no, I hear you. But you know, like I've said this on previous streams, but you know, I'll just repeat myself here. Like, look, I'm not denying his talents, but for me, he's still young. I just feel that we shouldn't go for this aged player. I feel we need to go and identify players who are 22, between 22 and 26. We need players to come and hit the ground running. There are other smarter business deals out there. Yes, again, people say, but like his potential sell-on value would be really high. But again, you know, like there's no evidence on the last decade where we've bought players, we haven't sold them for a single bit of profit. So again, I don't have any faith in you know, the people in the powers that be. I don't believe that they will get this signing, and if they did, you know, we wouldn't make a profit on him. We should go and identify other proven players within the Premier League or in their respected leagues where they're winning stuff. You know, we need winning mentality within this squad. We don't need players with potential or you know, in terms of sell-on value or what they could be in the next 3 to 5 years. We need players to come into the first team and literally hit the ground running. And I just feel this move for Camavinga to come into the Premier League is a bit too soon for him. He should stay in France and develop a little bit more. And then, yes, maybe in the near future, then come into the Premier League. But yeah, for us, in terms of Camavinga, no, I don't feel we should go for him.
Okay. I am going to now blow everyone's mind with the next thing because it makes no sense. But before we do that, I don't know why I still have Aaron Ramsdale for 35 million in front of my screen. What I gotta say is, well, I seen something crazy, and I see a lot of crazy things. But does 80 million pounds for James Maddison sound about right to you guys? Because why does that just sound crazy to me? 80 million pounds for James Maddison. Are they smoking crack?
I think it's not 80. For me, 60 million. 80 million is a lot, to be honest. 80 million is a lot.
It's too much. It's not. It's not that it's too much. It's just it's unbelievable amount of money to be giving to a team that is technically competing with you for league positions. Like you cannot be giving this type of money to somebody else in the Premier League, because this is how they catch up. This is what Manchester United's been doing. They gave them 80 million for Harry Maguire. They gave them 55 million for Chilwell. If we give them that type of money for Maddison, immediately he goes from being this great academy kid who came up the ranks to an 80 million pound player who has a lot of pressure on him, who has to perform week in, week out. And if he does not score a goal or get an assist for like 3 weeks running, he's shit. That's what everyone's going to say.
He's not consistent, but he's a class player, but he's not world class for me. He's not world class.
I'm not calling him shit. I'm not saying he actually is bad. I'm just saying, I can already see the agenda starting. What do you guys think?
I agree. For me, I agree that agenda that you're talking about. Yeah, and at the same time, you say that 8 million, you will not take him. Same as me, 8 million is too much for me. Yeah, 60 million, bro.
Dude,
Leicester,
80 million. Are they on drugs? Like these guys.
Bro, I'll be honest with you. Look, Leicester in recent times they have been notorious for uh, uh, getting these type of business deals over the line. You know, the likes of Maguire to Man United for 80 plus mil. Was it Drinkwater to Chelsea? What was that like? 30, 35 plus? You know, so like they've definitely got their money's worth when they've made these sales. But I'll be for real. Even when the figures were 60 mil for the likes of Maddison, if we're going to be entertaining these type of figures, I would still go all out for Jack Grealish. I'm sorry, I would. And you know, like if now the valuation is now 80 mil, if we are showing that type of interest for Maddison, that type of profile of player, I would go out all out for Jack Grealish because we should be at the very least at the table discussing. You know, we shouldn't just be allowing the likes of City or Man United going for these players. We should be linked to to Jack Grealish as well. But again, look, if it all comes down to the player deciding on whether where they choose to go to. So if Jack Grealish does end up going to Man City, would I welcome Maddison? I would, but again, not for 80 mil because I don't feel that if we spend that much, that's gonna affect us identifying other key positions or other key players this summer. So.
Yeah. I'm gonna go watch the France game. Big up to everybody. Let me just go through the stories quickly once again. So quick roundup on every single story. Big up to all the guys who joined. Sorry guys, I couldn't get to every single person on this video. So Renato Sanches to Arsenal was a link from 90 Min. Tammy Abraham, apparently we were interested in him. Nuno Tavares to Arsenal as a backup left back. Supposedly he's really good, as of Gunnar Express has said. Aaron Ramsdale for 35 million. Are you on crack? 17 million for Lokonga. 80 million for James Maddison. Beats me how that's going to happen. Apparently Eddie Nketiah is wanted by West Ham and a club in Germany. Ben White deal is very close. Apparently your Turkish brother, what's his name? Delamar. What's the name? Who plays for Juventus? Is interested
Demiral.
Demiral is interested in leaving Juventus. Arsenal are interested in Camavinga, but Manchester United are also interested in him. Spurs are interested now in Houssem Aouar. He could join Spurs. Lokonga is close to joining Arsenal. Aston Villa bid a second bid for Emile Smith-Rowe. And finally, a bunch of players are linked away from the club.
I want to ask you, do we really need Tammy Abraham?
No, we don't.
Oh my God. For me, I will not take him as a free, bro. Wallah, I will not take him as a free, man. I don't want him as a free. I swear, I hate that guy, man. I don't like him.
Someone said, announce Odegaard. Come on, George. You know we're not going to buy Odegaard for whatever million. But, yo, you don't even want to keep Maddison. Let's be real. You would take that 80 million pounds.
Also, do we really need a 10? Yes, we need 10. But for me, this season, maybe the coming season, we buy 60 million, number 10, who is a great player. But the positions, for me, Bissouma will be amazing signing for me. Seeing Bissouma holding the shot, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go, bro. But respect to everybody. Peace out.
Big up.
On today's show, we're going to be talking about Tammy Abraham, possible inquiry from Arsenal. Granit Xhaka, it looks like he'll be moving on from Roma. And you know what? Good riddance. Then you got my guy here, NKETIAH, could be moving to Germany. Guendouzi looks like he'll be signing a new contract. We got a new dog shagger. I'm joking. We got a